Good day, good day, good day, everyone. Happy Friday. It's wonderful to be with you all today. I am just making it back from the gym. Woo! Almost laid me out. It was so good. It was so good. So, welcome, everyone. Welcome to Sip with Rev Melissa. I am Rev Melissa, and SIP stands for Spirit in Practice because practice makes progress. I use the technology of spiritual psychology, spiritual practices, and universal principles to companion people in disrupting limiting patterns of thinking, limiting patterns of believing, limiting patterns of behaving by prioritizing their mind and their heart to reveal the healing from within. This is my ministry of joy, where I support people in living life in joy, connected to their yes. I am an ordained interfaith minister, a licensed religious science practitioner, a spiritual life coach, and the spiritual director, senior minister at Rockland Centers for Spiritual Living, a New Thought Center in New York. So if you need support, you can reach out to me. You can send me a DM on my social media and we can set up some time to talk. Don't hesitate. Don't delay. If you need support with reconnecting with your higher purpose, with knowing the truth about who and whose you are, about your next steps, about forgiveness, about anything that might be keeping you stuck, or even what you need to do to go deeper and reach higher in your life. I am here to support you in that process as a spiritual life coach. So, welcome everyone. Welcome to our live show today. Good day, Wayne, giving me my star shine. Wayne knows how much I love that. Good day, Shay from Colorado. It's good to see you, love. Good day, Miss Bliss, Pamela. I hope you're doing well. Good day, good Friday. Facebook user, I'm not sure who it is. Maybe Linda, because sometimes you come up as a Facebook user. Hey, Tim. Tim, it's so good to see you. I've been praying with you, for you, knowing your highest good. I hope you are feeling much, much, much better. Love you so much, Tim. So I hope you are doing well. Yes, Tim saying that he felt the healing prayers coming his way. Yes, yes, yes. Wonderful. So welcome, everyone. Today is Friday, and we are going to wrap up our series, which I have thoroughly enjoyed, our vulnerability series. So let's get into it with a recap and with me sharing some information that I wanted to share yesterday. But Lord knows I got all the way in yesterday and Spirit took me somewhere else to share. So I'm going to share some of what I wanted to share yesterday as we wrap up our vulnerability series. So, definition. Remember, vulnerability is the emotion that we experience during times of uncertainty, risk, and emotional exposure. Okay? The origins of the word vulnerability means to wound. And that makes so much sense, doesn't it? Right? Because you are exposing yourself, right? To wound. Vulnerability, this is what Brene Brown also has to say about vulnerability. She says vulnerability is the birthplace of innovation, love, creativity, change, connection, belonging, and authenticity. And one of my favorite quotes by Brene Brown is what she says about joy, that joy is vulnerable. That's why we're afraid to let ourselves feel it. Don't squander joyful moments by waiting for the other shoe to drop. Lean in and practice gratitude. A wonderful antidote for everything is to practice gratitude. Also, we talked about the triggers of vulnerability, right? So we may know that we are in a place of vulnerability when we feel shame, anxiety, and uncertainty. So if you feel anxiety, that might be a moment of vulnerability for you. And so you can choose to be with yourself in a different way, right? In a different way. And some of us, when I speak of this, this is what Brene Brown has shown from her research, right? That we put armor on, right, to protect ourselves from being wounded, right? We protect ourselves from being wounded. And some of the armor that we cloak ourselves in are perfectionism. We might numb ourselves, just like shut down, and we catastrophize, right? We think of the worst possible thing that could possibly happen, right? And usually that is not what happens. And I shared the story the other day how Brene Brown at one of her talks was sharing this story about a family really happy, love each other in the car, getting ready to go visit their the grandmother. And the grandmother's just so wonderful, like the best grandmother in the world, and they're just in the car going. And then Brene Brown says, and so what happens next? And 60% of the people, over 60% of the people said something bad happened. They got into a car crash. I listened to the talk, and she said, somebody said they got attacked by a shark. Now that's going all the way left, right? Like they're in a car on a highway. How are they going to get attacked by a shark? But that just goes to show the extremes that we go to catastrophize things when we're in a vulnerable place, right? We lean into the tragedy of it instead of leaning into the triumph, right? So this is what we get to practice. And one of the things that the research has shown is that if you cannot tolerate joy, you start dress rehearsing tragedy. And we all do this, right? We have to, let's think of an example. Let's say you're working on a project, right? And you have to submit it to your boss, let's say. You start thinking about the worst thing. Oh, my boss is going to hate it. I didn't do it right. Oh, and then you might start calling yourselves names, all kinds of things. It's rare that we would go first to, oh, this is the bomb. I knocked this out of the park. Look at me doing my job, right? We don't usually go there first. We usually catastrophize, or we present it as if, it's nothing, I don't really care, numbing ourselves, right? Or beat ourselves up because we're in that perfectionism place within ourselves. Yes? I see you, Lindsay, giving me a yes. Thank you, Lindsay. Appreciate that. And the what ifs, absolutely. And the what ifs, Lindsay. Yes, those what ifs can take us down a slippery slope. Oh, yes, they can. Oh, yes, they can. So, one of the things that I wanted to share this week, and this is what I wanted to share yesterday, but I didn't get a chance because I got caught up. I got caught up, y'all. So I'm going to share it with you today. And this is from the Steadfast Center. The Steadfast Center. I see you, Shay. Shay is so funny. She said, I thought we just met. How you know me so well? Yeah. Girl, because we all do it. We all do it. But now we could catch ourselves more quickly and course correct, be gentle and kind with ourselves, give ourselves a word of encouragement, right? Feel our feelings, right? But we don't have to go to the shaming and the blaming and the anxiety of it all. Okay. So this is from the Steadfast Center, and they have an article called the vulnerability of joy. So you'll know I was attracted to that. And one of the things that they provide is 5 ways to get started on the path of vulnerability. So here they are. Number 1, slow down, be present for the present. Slow down, be present for the present. And what they say is when painful vulnerability is upon us, our first reaction is almost always to speed up to escape the feeling and manage the discomfort. When we focus on slowing down, our minds get clearer and our bodies relax. In other words, take a pause, take a sacred pause, take a deep breath, say your affirmation, close your eyes, get still, right? This will help us to not to sparrow down into the depths of the tragedy of it all. Number 2, notice if you're confusing vulnerability with danger. Ask yourself if the circumstances are physically life-threatening or emotionally uncomfortable or somewhere in between. And I think this speaks to what Nan had asked yesterday is why do we go to the bad? Like, why can't we tolerate the good, right? And that's because we're on alert for danger. And so we confuse the two, right? We're in a vulnerable place. We are feeling vulnerable, but we confuse it with, okay, danger, danger. Let me protect myself, right? So we can get clear about our feeling. And the best way to get clear about our feeling is I ask myself out loud, what are you feeling right now? What are you feeling right now? What are you feeling right now? So I can really tune into what is real, what is really happening. And am I really in danger right now? I'm feeling uncomfortable. Okay. I'm feeling exposed. Okay. Okay. I'm feeling really embarrassed. Okay. So then I could work with myself with that. Right? All right. 3, adjust your response accordingly. Adjust your response accordingly. Physical threats require action and intervention to maintain safety. Emotional vulnerability necessitates being present, compassionate, empathic, and grounded to move through. I'm going to read that again because I didn't get that fully. Adjust your response accordingly. Physical threats require action and intervention to maintain safety. Emotional vulnerability necessitates being present, compassionate, empathetic, and grounded to move through. Yes, that's just what I just said a few minutes ago, right? Get present with yourself, minister to yourself, right? Be gentle with yourself, be compassionate towards yourself. Am I really unsafe right now? No, no, I'm not. All right. That was number 3. Number 4, increase your distress tolerance for joy. Notice if you're bracing for disaster unnecessarily and try to develop an inner dialogue that is calming and soothing, like you would if consoling a scared child. This might also lead you to a child mind of your own that is full of wonderment and has a greater capacity for joy. I love this. I love this, right? Notice if you're bracing yourself for something bad that hasn't even happened, right? And instead, treat yourself like you would a child who might be feeling scared, right? Console yourself, soothe yourself. Once again, be gentle and kind with yourself. Yes? Go have beginner's mind. You know, when we a lot of times in meditation, they say have beginner's mind as if this is the first time you are experiencing something, right? With no judgment. It's just innocent, right? To be innocent with ourselves. Mm. And then the last one, 5. Build deep and profound trust that you are okay in this moment. There is nothing to do and nowhere to go. Just take it in. Be with yourself. Sometimes there really is nothing to do. It's just to be. Just be in the moment, right? Allow those feelings to, you know, do their thing. Just to, I'm trying to think of the word, just to just to move through, right? Just to move through. It's like observing. Be an observer in your life. Oh, I'm feeling such and such. Okay. Bear witness to it. But we don't have to attach ourselves to it. We could stay open, open to the joy, the connection, the belonging. Yes, Lindsay, joyful trust with ourselves and with each other and for each other is what we get to do. Yes, Wayne, be good to yourself. This is what we get to practice. Do you practice being good to yourself by allowing yourself to feel vulnerable? To feel vulnerable in times of uncertainty, in times where you may be taking a risk, in times where you may be feeling exposed. Will you allow yourself to feel it, to step into the gift of vulnerability? Because it is a gift. It is a gift. All is well. Yes, let's end on that note, Shay. All is certainly well. All right, y'all. So that is vulnerability. I would say it's a wrap. It's a wrap. I hope that some of what I shared this week, if not all, resonated with you and that you put it into practice. It's not about just watching revmelissa on Morning Sip, right? And getting that little dose of inspiration. It's what you do in the other hours beyond this half hour. What are you doing with the 23 and a half hours that you have left in your day? You get to practice and hopefully sleep and work it, but you'll get the point. You get to practice, to apply it, to use it. All right, y'all. All right. Let's get into some joy news. Let's get into some joy news. Let me find my joy news banner real quick. There we go. So today is Friday. We have a full weekend. I have a full weekend, and I hope you have a full weekend doing things that you love to do. And I hope one of the things that you love to do is to join me at the other sip, the other sip on Sundays, Sunday in Praise, this Sunday at 10:30 a.m., right where you're watching me now. I share an inspirational talk. I replay a Sunday sermon. So please join me for that. Also, this Sunday, I am in person. I'm the spiritual director at Rockland Centers for Spiritual Living, which is a new thought center in New York in Rockland County. The first Sunday of the month, we have service in person and virtual at 10:30 a.m. Eastern Time at the Rhino Comedy Club in Suffern, New York. All the information you can find at our website, rocklandcsl.org. So the address to Rhino is there. The link to be with us on Zoom is there. Or you could go to our Facebook page and be with us on Facebook. So we're starting a new theme this for April, and it is the power of vulnerability. So I feel like I got a head start by doing the series this week. So we start CSL, many CSL centers are talking about vulnerability for April, and Sunday's talk is defining and aligning. So I hope you would join me for that. And then next week, y'all, I'm so excited. I'm so excited. Next week is Joy Week. Next week is Joy Week. So we are starting our Joy Week celebration. And I think on Monday, I'm going to share the replay of last year's Joy Day. That's what I'm going to do on Monday. I'm going to share. Am I going to do that? We'll see. We'll see. I might save that for something else. We'll see. But needless to say, Monday is a replay day, a best of sip, because I'm honoring myself by honoring my Sabbath on Mondays. So Monday is Monday Sip. So please tune in. It might be a really old episode that you've never seen, because I've been doing this for 3 years, y'all. It's been 3 years, April 6th. So I might show something from 2020. So tune in, put your comments, do all the things that you would normally do, and I will check that out. And so I've been sharing that Tuesday, Wednesday, and Friday, I am opening the doors for people to join me on the show. Some of you have already reached out and said, I want to be on, I want to be on. And that will happen. And we already have days. But if you're interested and you haven't reached out yet, please just send me a DM and let me know that you would like to be on the show. It's not a big deal, y'all. You might feel some uncomfortableness, right? You might be feeling vulnerable, right? Step into it. Step into it. I'm right here with you. We're going to have a wonderful, wonderful time. So that is all next week, starting on Tuesday. And then on Joy Day, which is April 6th, we will be having our meditation with the full moon, 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time. The first time this has happened on an anniversary day, we will be doing our meditation with the full moon. So on that Thursday, there's no 10:30 sip, and I'll remind y'all. So please join me for Joy Day with our meditation with the moon, 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Other news to share, I will be teaching a new class called Change Your Thinking, Change Your Life, starting on April 25th through May 23rd. It's Tuesdays, 6:30 to 9 p.m. Eastern Time. So hopefully West Coast, Mountain Time, Central Time folks can participate. Is on Zoom. It's all about transforming your life by transforming your thinking. And we're going deeper than what we think thinking is. So we're focusing on relationship, health, and money. So I hope you would participate. The cost is $170. There's a discount if you register before April 1st of $145. That's the cost. That's not the discount. $145. And if you're a member of Rockland CSL, the cost is $145. You can register at rocklandcsl.org. All the information is there. And then lastly, I will be having my installation ceremony and celebration on May 6th in person at Rhino Comedy. And I'm excited to be sharing this with you all. It is my installation as the spiritual director, senior minister at Rockland CSL. So I hope you will be able to attend if you are in the area. If you're not, then we will be also showing it on Zoom and on Facebook Live. If you would like to receive an invitation, DM me your email and we can have the invite sent to you. But if you're going to be there in person, we need to know that you're coming so that we have a good head count. All right. So what else do I want to share? Well, Friday Friday, Lindsay, you doing your show today, girl? Friday is Lindsay's show, Practicing Infinite Possibilities. Let me take this banner down so you can see. There we go. Practicing Infinite Possibilities with Lindsay, 12 o'clock Eastern Time. I hope that you can support Lindsay and her show. Yep, she's doing it. So Lindsay always has great information, wonderful tools that you can use. So please support Lindsay. She's on the New Thought Media Network platform also. Okay? All right. And of course, I want to shout out Fee King. Fee does a show every Friday at 11:30 a.m. Eastern Time on Instagram and on Facebook. And you'll know my soul brother, Sekou Wrights, is doing his thing every Monday through Friday, 9:45 a.m. Eastern Time, the Be Your Own Hero show. So please support Sekou as he shares his journey of recovering from having a stroke and giving us so many tools that we could use for our financial health, right? So please support them. Please support our congregation of joy, right? Let's do that for each other. And everyone, please have a wonderful, wonderful weekend. Let me just close out. I'm going to just recheck the comments. Okay, so good day, Michelle. It's good to see you. Joy well. I like that, Tim. Yes. Do right by your friends. That's right, Wayne. That's right. Oh, you meant to say Joy Week. Okay, Tim. But I like Joy well too. But Joy Week, yes, all next week. Inner Sun, Wayne. Thank you, Imaja. I so appreciate you. Thank you so much. All right. All right. You're welcome, Lindsay. Yes, yes. And you're very welcome, Shay. You're very welcome. Thank you all so much. You'll have a wonderful weekend. I hope to see you on Sunday. If not, I'll be back live on Tuesday, replay on Monday, and Joy Week next week. All right? All right, y'all. Peace and blessings, everybody. Peace and justice. We're living life in joy. Yes, we are, because we are connected to our yes. Love you all.